Hey guys, I'm back for the new year. Hope y'all had a good New Year's um, and stayed safe, whatever. Hope y'all had a good time. So, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in, say hi, so I know y'all are here. Comment hello. Um, so, hey y'all, I see some people. So, planning is going to be the key and seeing successful manifestation and spell workings if that's what you're um, trying to do in this new year. Um, the reason I say planning is key is because you're making a space for what you're trying to receive, you're making room for it, you're planning your life and your existence around receiving it. And so that just makes it easier to be able to be fulfilled. If it has an easy way in, if it has, something to um, usher it in with ease. Okay, the more resistance that your manifestation has, the longer it will take. Ah, thank you so much, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. The yummy, yummy girls. So make sure you take your time before you do any workings or manifesting to plan out exactly how you want to receive it, when you think that it's best to receive it, and how you're going to prepare to maintain whatever you have manifested. Like, are you going to make more time in your schedule to do certain things when you manifest whatever you're manifesting, or when your spell work comes through? Are you going to are you going to make changes in order to attract, you know, um, what it is you're trying to attract? So the planning part is very, very important because this is why some people are able to get it faster than others, because if they don't have a plan, if they don't have an easy route, if they don't have room for this manifestation or spell work to even come true, then it may have already come and gone and they hadn't even prepared or noticed it, because they hadn't prepared for it. Oh, thank you, Misha. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So make sure you write it down. Also, a lot of people have issues with being patient when waiting for spell work or manifestations. If you have that, I have a solution for that. Manifest signs and dreams or something to let you know that everything is okay. You know, because some people don't have patience, and no matter what you tell them, they still don't have it. So my best advice for those people is to manifest signs along the way that your manifestation or your spell work is en route. Okay. Um, just make sure you don't start thinking negatives. That's a good way to also combat the negative thoughts. But if you really want to grow and as an alchemist, and the patience is, a part of the whole thing. So this is just kind of to help you through that. Um, yeah, 2020, this is the year that a lot of people are going to be very ambitious and determined and want to start something and want to do more than they've ever done before. I don't know why. I feel it. I think a lot of people feel it. But it's just, you're gonna want to do it probably twice as much as you've already been doing. If you're already doing stuff and you're like ambitious already, you're gonna see an increase in that ambition. If you were lazy and didn't do nothing, you're gonna feel something. You're gonna be like, okay, I need to do something. And it's not just first of the year, oh, it's New Year's and you got to do something. No, this is going to last for a long time. And if you plan exactly how you want things to go or what you want, then it's going to be very successful and well worth it because that energy that came in the year of the metal rat. Yay. Sprinkle, sprinkle, yeah. The year of the rat. Rats are they got a lot of energy. They're always doing something. So your energy is going to be increased as well as your well, the rat is very, inventive, and they're very smart because they can figure out ways to do things, um, or ways around things, um, obstacles and stuff like that. So that's a good observation. So Sasha's born in the year of the rat, my daughter. So, and I can tell, and I always call her rat, like as a term of endearment, like. But I didn't even realize she was a rat until like I looked it up. Um, that's funny how it works because she's always figuring out stuff. But it's a way to figure out things, in obstacles. So if you are met with a problem or an obstacle, this energy that's coming in is going to help you figure it out. Yeah, I'm in my room again. I didn't feel like going upstairs today. Plus, I hadn't been on this background for a while. Um, so yeah, just whatever you want to do, write it down, plan it out, how you're going to do it, what you need to get started, and then start executing that off because that's going to really push you to the next level. And this time next year and sooner, you're going to have the success that you did not think was possible. Believe me, I promise you. Ask anyone who ever doubted something and then started it and kept going. Hey, Sasha, if they thought that they were going to be where they were, you know, um, or as successful as they were. And a lot of people will tell you, "Oh no, I never thought I would be this successful. It just happened, and I just kept going." Sometimes when you start something and you don't even realize how successful you're going to be until you're actually sitting there and saying, "Wow, I never thought that I would be this successful." So you want to be one of those people this year, right? You want to be one of those people. Wow, I didn't think it was going to get like this. I'm glad I did that. And it all starts from a thought. It all starts from an idea. It all starts from a plan being written down. It all starts from questioning, asking the right questions and doing research. It all starts from, taking that one step forward. And then the next thing you know, you're doing exactly what you wanted to do. Okay. Um, and I see a lot of people asking how to choose your best career. Y'all know I do not believe in that. How to choose what do you like to do? We are free now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't unless you're going to be a doctor or someone's engineer to build a bridge, something where you really need the education from an institution, um, that's very important because of people's safety. I think we should all start figuring out what we love to do. What do you like to do that you would do all the time, even free, but you could figure out how to get paid for it? That's how you're going to make your money. You're not going to make your money any other way. I promise you. And if you do, you're not going to be happy. Okay. So you're going to design candy covered thongs this year. I bet you they'll sell. Go ahead and put it on. I mean, put it on Etsy. It'll sell. Okay. Valentine's Day coming up. Get you some them conversation hearts and spell out bad words on it. And there you go. You just made your money. Okay. You said gross. It's still gonna sell. People still gonna buy it. So, even stupid ideas make money. Dumb, stupid things make money because people will buy it. So, I feel that we are being tricked into doing all this unnecessary stuff to earn money when we could just earn money just being creative and, just on something silly like that. Uh, Sasha has TikTok. She watches TikTok all day long. I see these silly videos of these people doing crazy stuff and getting, you know, internet famous or, making money, just doing stupid stuff. They don't have any questions about what should I be doing? Where should I go? Where do I fit into this system or society? They don't fit in. That's why they're not in it, you know. So I think with the invention of the internet, I said this in my last video, you're free. You can make money however you choose to now. But so many people don't think like that. So many people want to be trapped. So many people want to, figure out what they can do for somebody else. So I think this year is going to be a good year to figure out what you love to do. And even if it's just a side thing, do it anyway. Start something. Um, what about getting burned out? You don't get burned out on something that you truly love to do. That's the beauty of it. You don't get burned out on something that you truly love to do. You get burned out of doing something for someone else. You get burned out of doing something and not reaping the most benefits from it. You know what I'm saying? You could not get burned out working for yourself if you keep seeing double the profit every month. You couldn't do it. But you could get burnt out getting the same exact pay every week or every month or every 2 weeks doing the same exact job over and over. You could get burnt out like that. So you can't get burnt out doing something you love. Especially if you're getting all the profits. Thank you, Bitty Pie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, Sherry. Oh, thank you very much. Look, I had this cup made evil genius at work. But no, we just, Mhm. No sense as in if you ain't making money, you ain't making sense. How do you know if you're not sabotaging yourself? If if you're happy doing what you're doing and you see a profit or you see a rewards in it, you're not sabotaging yourself. The thing is to start. Okay. Start doing it. Um if you're calling, if you would be a nurse for free, yes, go do that. That's how you choose your career. If you would do it for free or for very little pay. If you wouldn't, then it ain't for you. Just really think about that. Invest. Um, Kimberly says she hates being a nurse. Maybe y'all need to talk. Um, and here's my thing. This is the school system, and will tell you you have to go to college to do something. Like I said, unless you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or architect and stuff like that, there's really no need to go to college. With everything that they're going to teach you is on Google, and I said that in my last video. Okay, everything that they're going to charge you to learn is already on Google. Everything is on Google. Okay, all you got to do is download the curriculum and research each topic for free, and there you go. you know Unless you want to have this title or a degree, whatever. But you can start a company or online. You can start all you need is money to open up a business if you want a physical business and to buy your inventory and QuickBooks. That's it. You don't need to waste all that money, all that time. By the time someone graduates from college, you already on your first million, or you're already making six figures, and now they're just starting to pay their debt. So, college, unless you just got money like that to throw away, it's a waste if you're not going to be something major. Okay. So, if your passion is something that you absolutely, if you like fashion, if you like clothes, if you like beauty, makeup, if you like dancing, if you like, art, figure out how to create that with your own resources, sell it or get paid or do something, you know, from from utilizing it. Um, in your country, the degree is key, but most graduates don't have jobs for years now. You need to spread this gospel more. Yep. I mean, that's because that's what people were saying in this country like years ago. And now that they see it's a scam, unless they're doing something like, like I said, doctors, lawyers, architects, then they're skipping it, going to travel the world, coming back with new ideas and starting businesses or, you know, um, whatever. Yeah. Do you ever dread making videos or doing live? No, I never dread it. You know what? I dread not doing it. I dread not doing it. So, because that means that you like doing it. So I never dread it. So that means that's what I'm supposed to do, or at least for now. But so many people are getting this energy feeling there's something more. I need to do more. I need to do more. But if you don't have the right direction, you might end up doing more for a lost cause. You might end up doing more to get nowhere. So you got to make sure whatever you're doing more of is for you, not a company, not someone else, but for you. You need to be able to reap the benefits. So 2020 is the mirror. 2020 is 4. 2020 is 2 plus 2. 2020 is seeing clearly. 2020 is the fourth dimension. And so you need to be able to multiply yourself, not somebody else. Be fruitful and what? Multiply. Not be fruitful and multiply someone else and come back fruitless. Okay. So this year you're supposed to multiply yourself. So if you have a job you hate, great, whatever. Take your little paycheck, save it, invest in something, buy some inventory, start a business, start an online shop, start a Poshmark, start something, invest back into yourself. You know, don't spend it on something stupid to feel good about the job you hate, to take your mind off of it and then go right back to it. That's what most people spend their money on, to forget about the job that they hate and so they can go right back to it. So invest in yourself. Hmm. Hmm. Those office buildings that y'all go to every day and hate your coworkers and dread going to work. Well, sometimes there's a little lady in there selling stuff in the lobby, earrings, scarves, hats, phone cases, or whatever. I bet she make more money than y'all and choose whenever she want to work and probably got her online shop as well. You know what I'm saying? So, and she's free and she probably don't got no debt. I used to see those all the time. in like office buildings. They would have like, people going around walking. Oh, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. Would you like to buy one? And they're free. That's all them. So I always used to tell people to make a job. If you hate your job, make a job. And use this energy that's coming into 2020 to push you to do it, because a lot of people procrastinate and come up with excuses not to do something, and they'll talk themselves out of it. But talk yourself into it, why you should do it. You don't have to stop doing this in order to do that. You can just do it at the same time in your spare time. hmm So they had a dog washing business on the side. They would wash dogs on their lunch break. Sure to do what? That's good. Dog washing is very lucrative. They just opened a grooming and pet shop facility like in the neighborhood next to mine. People got dogs and they spoil their dogs, treat them better than people, so they will spend. Mobile grooming service. I've seen those little vans. Um, yeah, don't overthink your desires. Get your ideas going. Everyone is in here to create. That's right, Cindy. Sometimes the most simple thing is going to make you the most money. The simplest thing, like what To You Flame said about his edible thongs with candy on them. That would sell. um, like travel, right? So be a travel vlogger or blogger, or uh, get paid to advertise certain things as you travel. Um, People will pay you. I mean, you just have to do the research and find how you can do it. You don't supposed to ask other people. You're supposed to actually put your energy into desiring that specific thing, which is manifesting, and it will come to you. So the first thing is to take action and to looking and searching for your own dream. A woman was evacuated from the train station for selling snacks. She was making good money and was arrested. Oh man. Well, that's because you have to have a license, in certain states and cities. So you got to check that out. Don't sell food, sell other stuff. That's why she got arrested. You can't sell food. Somebody could end up food poisoned. So, focus on something else and have a professional appearance, look, and setup if you're going to do something, because people these days don't like to support things that look shady or strange. So get all y'all stuff together. Um, Modern jobs are killing our creativity. We're so powerful. That's right, Belle BB. Um, it's sad. You've been stuck at a job so long and you can't even be creative anymore. That's crazy. I would yeah, I would ask children, if you have trouble being creative, ask children for ideas, and they'll have a lot of them. So, whatever you're doing, you're going to have more energy backing you up anyway. So it's like you're going to get an extra push, an extra boost. So you're going to get further if you start. Now you're going to get a lot further than you would have last year. You know, So if you tried to do this last year and was not very successful, try again. You don't stop. You just keep going until it is successful. Um, yep. Maybe you should start painting again. You should. You should. Did I get cut off? Oh no, I'm still here. You should start painting. There are lots of people that sell their artwork. They do graphic art. Like I just bought a logo from a graphic artist. You know, so I mean, just from doing something that they like to do, just having fun. Does high sexual energy lower your creativity? It is creativity. You just have to channel it towards doing something creative. That is creative energy. But if you channel it towards something and putting that energy into creating a business or writing, painting, doing something creative, that's how it is better spent. So you just have to channel it. Hmm. Transmute it. Thank you, Mia Nicole. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, I'm quitting my job in about a month and I won't regret it. Anything makes me miserable is not for me. I don't care what it is. Yep, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, mhm. um, Now my thing is, it's everything is mental. Remember that. So whatever works for you mentally works for you. It doesn't mean it works for everybody. So we each have our individual processes that we like to have in order for things to manifest in our lives. Okay. Depending on your level of knowledge, your frequency, your beliefs, your background, your surroundings, your family members, whatever, everything um, shapes how you operate. So that's why we don't need to argue anymore about, oh, that you shouldn't be doing that, or that doesn't work, or, you know, um, why are you doing that? If it works in your mind, and if it makes you vibrate on a frequency that attracts whatever you manifested, then it works, period. You know, so that's why I put manifestation and spell work because if you have spell work done, if you do spell work and you do it because it makes you receive whatever that you're doing the working for, then it works. So don't don't diss other people's methods of you know securing a manifestation or spell work. Mm. You gonna do Grubhub? I mean, that sounds like an easy job. So you've been trying to manifest specifics. My negative thinking gets in the way. Stop thinking about it then. If you're one of those negative thinking people, just manifest and then don't think about it anymore until you get it, you know. And sometimes, negative thinking comes in when sometimes when you know that you're not prepared to receive whatever you're manifesting, or you're not prepared to maintain whatever you manifested, or you're doing it for the wrong reason. So think about it. Are you doing it for the right reason? If the answer is yes, then um, you probably won't have too much negative thinking behind it. So, mhm. Tips on manifesting a popular fashion blog, social media. Get on social media, get on Instagram. That's how they do it. You got to be on social media. You got to put yourself out there, you know. And, that's key. these days because everything is done online, or you got to pay somebody to put your stuff out there. hmm Even if you don't get in front of the camera, just take pictures of the stuff, post about it, fashion and style on a daily basis. Hashtag to death, whatever you is popular, and people will see your stuff. You have to be hungry for it and determined to get it. Got to wake up early in the morning, stay up late at night until you start seeing the return that you want. That's it. Then you can kind of pace yourself. Someone said, a lot of people say this. It's like, work like you're poor and you will be rich. Work like you're poor and you will be rich. You will get rich. That means work for yourself like you're poor and you will be rich. Hot sauce. Any good love spells, these thoughts be costing me too much. First of all, you're gonna have to love those thoughts in order for those the love spell to even work. So that ain't gonna work because you don't love them thoughts. Okay. You might need a brainwashing spell. You said, here we go. Yeah. So wording is very important. It'll end up backfiring if you're trying to do a love spell. hmm So even jewel encrusted cat litter boxes, some of them bougie rich people will buy a Swarovski crystal and crusted litter box. Because I would if I had money like that. My cat gonna be blinging. I would. There's this person on Etsy, and they bling out everything. Whatever you send them, they'll bling it out. Somebody will buy it, I promise you. Um, should you keep visualizing what you desire until it manifests? Um, I always describe it like you order something on the internet. Do you go and look back at the product that you ordered every day until it comes to you? Or do you just wait till it arrives at your door and then you get the package? I think manifesting is a lot like ordering stuff online. When you love to sing but you can't write music in code, learn code. Um, or get a ghostwriter, like a lot of these people do. Get you a ghostwriter, then sing it. Great advice for the new year. Happy New Year. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. So now I know everybody's New Year's resolution is to be healthy, lose weight, make more money, do A, B, C, and D. That's every year, and that's why I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just do what I'm gonna do every day, anyway. So, um, but just use the energy that's coming in to push whatever you've been working on or whatever you're going to start working on to push it further. Okay. Don't try to do too much extra in the beginning and then feel like, oh, it's never going to work. That was just New Year's hype. Nope. Start off slow and steady. Do 3 things a day until you get there, you know, whether it's researching, looking up stuff online, that takes 10 minutes. That's the one thing you did towards, starting your own business. You can check that off the list. You did something towards it. Next day, you go back and you say, okay, well, now I need to take the next step, and then don't rush. It's not supposed to be something that you hurry up and do. It's supposed to be at your own pace so that it's enjoyable and so that it's something that you look forward to doing. And I think a lot of people see business and work as something bad when, if it's for yourself and if you have this extra energy pushing you, um, then it's enjoyable. It's almost like when you watch sports or when you watch an athlete, they get paid to do that, but that you can tell that they're enjoying it. Like you can tell that when they're out there running around on a basketball court or the football field or flipping, flips on the mat, that they would do that for free. So, it's supposed to be enjoyable. So just take your time and do it. Don't procrastinate, but do something every day towards it to where you enjoy it, and create a enjoyable space while you do it. Like put your candles on, get your tea or your coffee, you know, um, get in your comfortable clothes, lay in the bed or whatever, and start doing your research. And, start uh, writing your plans down, A, B, C, and D. Um, so it won't even feel like you're doing anything. It'll feel like you're actually procrastinating, but at the same time you're procrastinating, you're doing it. So you're lounging, you're laying in the bed because you got laptops and phones now. You can lay in the bed and do this. Um, when you're waiting in a waiting room or you know um, stuck somewhere, waiting for something, you can be researching on your phone. So if you procrastinate, use those empty moments that you probably scrolling through Instagram or you know and doing nothing, and do your research. hmm that's one of my tips. When I'm not doing anything, I'm doing research and to get to the next level of what I'm trying to do. What if you're highly talented in an area, but it's not something you love to do? Don't matter. If you're highly talented in that area, but it's something that you don't love to do, then don't do it. You know, only do it when necessary. People are highly talented at many things, but they don't like to do it. That's just you just skilled up. Do something that you like to do. Use your talent to push people to. This is what I would do. If I had a skill or a talent that I was really good at something, I would let that usher people in into what I loved to do, you know. So whatever talent you have, use it as something to draw people in and then introduce the thing that you love to do. Mhm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You ordered your phase 1? Oh, thank you. You're gonna love it. Okay, so now that if you feel that extra push, don't ignore it because some people are um very seldom motivated. And if you feel motivated and you know that's not common for you, that means whatever you start doing and planning is going to have a larger chance of being successful. So you might as well do it. Learn graphics. If that's your path, you can draw, but it stresses me out. Have you tried graphic art? Maybe it's time to figure out a easier, stress-free way to draw online on the graphics. hmm Um, I was lazy all 2019, but I definitely feel the shift. Good for you. Um, do you ever talk about these things with James, or do you keep to yourself? Or why would I talk about them with James? No, I talk about them with my children because they are the future. They need to learn this. Um, James is naturally optimistic. He don't need this. He's naturally optimistic. He's a Sagittarius. Thank you, Carrie. Burned a man and woman candle with ex Dusty years ago. Wasn't fertility candle. Don't know what they were, but I feel I did something that feel something. What were they? They stuck for 18 years together. Girl, I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle though. Like I can't tell you if I wasn't there doing it. Um, but if you did it, then it worked. Don't mean it was the best thing, but it worked. See, that's why you got to plan. When you plan stuff, you said ex Dusty. Uh, so if you sat there and you had planned things out and saying, okay, well, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, we're gonna have a house, he's gonna have a good job, then stuff will start to click in your mind that you're painting a picture that will never probably happen because you don't have the type of person that's gonna do that. Then you would have stopped and you would have done it. So that's why it's very important to plan and to think about and visualize the future outcome of something. And that future outcome has to match and go with and make sense to whatever you're trying to manifest or do spell work on. So you have an unambitious person that will probably never be as successful as you hope them to be. You're just wishful thinking. You know, it has to come from them. You can't manifest someone to be successful and do spell work or whatever. They have to do that for themselves. So you can't do it for them, basically. You can't do it for them. So you would have stopped right there when you realized that he was not going to give you the type of life that you were thinking he was going to give you, and you wouldn't have done it. You'd be like, well, let me just do something in general to where anybody who's going to fit this description will come in. Not this particular person, but anybody. hmm Um, right. Build not the person, but the bond with them. hmm Does that mean you manifest something once and not again? You can manifest as much as you want. Manifest just basically means creating, bringing your thoughts into reality. You can bring your thoughts into reality by planning the easiest way for it to come to you and the best way to keep it. And having the environment, having the attitude, and having the um, just frequency to even get it. You know? Too many people overthink. That's a major problem. Y'all making it way too hard when it's super simple. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. They overthink everything. Just plan what you want, make room for it. The, that's why I say when you order something online, like say you order some furniture online, you planned for what you wanted because you had an idea. Oh, I think I want a blue chair. Okay. You go online. What do? Search for a blue chair. You order the blue chair, then it's going to arrive eventually. So you make a space in your home for that blue chair. That's all you do. You don't overthink it. Well, what if the blue chair doesn't come? Or what if it doesn't fit? Or what if it's not the right color blue? Or what if, um, my husband doesn't like the chair? Or what if the kids mess it up on the first? You don't do that because you don't overthink something as simple as ordering something online. But then when you manifest, people tend to do that, and that's what messes it up. So you got to stop overthinking everything. It's not that serious. Okay. Don't overthink it because it just makes you look silly. Okay. Have you heard about Manifesting with water. Yes, you can manifest with anything because it's taking thought into material. All it is frequency. So stop overthinking. If you overthinking, you know what that's a sign of? Trying to control stuff. And when you try to control things, it means that you are not in control. Message, you already control everything. That's why if you just stop overthinking, it will happen. When you overthink, it's because you're trying to control something, which then means you are not in control, which means then you cannot create. So stop overthinking. Be like a Pisces, who's like, so just think of it like that. Mhm. Sharing begins. Thinking happens over under is our perception. The key to find out how we stop our intellect works against us. That's where meditation works. Um, that's true, or logic, thinking around it. Thinking about it in a profound um, view, in a higher perspective. You overthink like a Virgo, but I'm a Pisces. Yep. You gotta think less. hmm Controlling is an insecurity. Gotta believe, gotta trust. Exactly. Gotta know. Gotta know. So, and when you use that, mentality of not overthinking because you are in control, um, you see a lot faster manifestation if you know. Mhm. So if you know, then you know. You don't like the key to spell work is just to know. There is no hope, there's no belief, there's only know. If you know, you know. So get into that. If you're really in control, now this is going to be deep. If you are really in control and you have some type of power and you are a true creator, then you don't need to believe a thing. You just know. That's just what it is. Okay. I already know. So all that other stuff is what backfires because you don't know. You're not in control. You're worried. You're overthinking everything. So you're working against yourself because you're not working as a creator. You're working as a receiver that's begging a creator, not knowing that you are the creator of what you desire because you create the thought, which then manifests into the material world. Okay. Why was everyone getting sick at the end of 12/19 or 2019? Because the whatever they're spraying in the air. They were putting out viruses. I think I talked about this on another video. They were putting out viruses to try to do an experiment on people because they're trying to figure out how to merge um, a certain um, genetic um, thing into your DNA. And the only way to kind of do that successfully is through a virus because a virus affects your DNA. So when science tries to do experiments on the public and they want to genetically change or modify you in a way, they put out viruses. But what they're trying to do is not successful. It's just getting people sick. Hmm. You said they are evil. Yeah, they evil. But they can't just say, "Hey, we need some people to test this on. Will you come in?" And then they'll get like a couple hundred. They want to test it on the masses because there could be like two people that it is successful in that would not have volunteered. So that's why they have to do it like that. They don't care. But we don't care about that stuff right now. We good. Okay, I'm gonna watch Watchmen because everybody keep telling me to watch it. When I get some time, when I'm like, because I keep myself busy. I keep myself busy. I don't like sitting there watching TV. I feel so unaccomplished. I feel like, oh, did I really just sit here? Because I'll binge watch. I can't just watch one show. I have to binge watch. I'll be there all day. Then I'll feel like I didn't do anything. Mhm. Right. Um, what? You're gonna go look at the news? Fake news. It's fake news. What to do if you feel like your manifestations are extremely ambitious? Baby steps. Baby steps. Baby steps. That's I always use this example. I said, you don't even have a job or a house, but you manifested a Ferrari. Now, how you gonna keep that Ferrari? But you got to pay maintenance on it. But you got to buy gas. Don't you got to get work done to it? Whenever it needs work done. Don't you got to have somewhere to park it? So manifest within your reality in order to maintain your manifestation or in order to be able to even receive your manifestation, you know? So if your manifestation is very ambitious, ask yourself, are you going to be able to receive this, keep it, maintain it, and qualify for it if it were to come your way? If the answer is no, then that means you need to prepare yourself in order to be able to receive it, which means if you're manifesting a car, but you don't have your driver's and you don't have enough money to buy insurance or something like that, then you might manifest a car, but you can't drive it. They ain't gonna let you leave the lot. So think about stuff like that. What about good and bad karma? It's all in your belief system. If you plan things out carefully and think about the after effects of something, like cause and effect, and if I do this, then the greater good will be that I'll have everything I want, even if it's a bad thing. So, you ever watch those movies where people time travel and they say, well, we in order for the future to be good for everyone, this bad event has to happen. We can't stop it because it's going to lead to something good. So think about it like that. Sometimes we try to say what's good and bad, but we don't know that bad could be leading to good. So just leave it alone and just do what's best for your future, and you'll always win. Hmm. Treat people how you want to be treated, period. Treat yourself how you want people to treat you. Everything is within. See that's backwards. Because you got people treating people good all day and then up next thing you know, they stepping on you. See, that's backwards. Y'all treat yourself like number one. And whoever comes in contact with you, watching you treat yourself as number one, will not treat you like number three or four. They're gonna be, well, look how good she treats herself. I can't come to her with, this. So I need to come, first class. Everything is within. Child. So karma is within. Do you feel good about what you did? Do you have any guilt? Then you don't have no karma. Especially if you planned it out and saw the future and it was good. So go within. And those things will not exist for you. I'm a Pisces. I sure am. Um, right. Do you see relations with black men and women improving lately? The bashing on women. Here's my thing. You can't bash me. You can't bash someone that doesn't accept being bashed. Think. I'm just saying, you can't bash someone that can't be bashed. You can't even bash Trump. Trump is a good example. You can't even bash him. He don't even believe it, even if it's true. um, believe it or not, everything that happens will strengthen you. You can't bash me because I won't believe it. Something wrong with you, not me. I don't take anything personally, and no one can bash me because I don't believe any of those things that people would say about me. Plus, you know, what do I value their opinion and why? Probably not. So you have to start thinking higher, not on the same level. You gotta start thinking higher, 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 higher. Trump is not well. He's not well, but the thing is, the way he thinks is a lot better than a lot of other people think, because if you don't believe something, if you don't care, if you don't allow people to get under your skin, you win always, because they can't trigger you. If you can't be triggered, you can't be controlled. If you can't be controlled, you can't be brainwashed either. So it doesn't matter who's bashing who. I don't accept being bashed because they're not talking about me. They're not talking to me. I know they're not. They must have made a mistake or something, because that's just not right. You know. Um, maybe they just want my attention, and the only way they can get it is through negativity. You know. Maybe they don't have anything useful to say, so they bash me so that I can engage emotionally with them, because that's what they want. They want my emotion. They want it in some way or form, even if it's negative, because it is energy that they can't get nowhere else. Okay. So you got to think higher. And if someone bashes me, by the time we finish bashing each other, they're gonna love me. Hey, I'm live, baby. How you doing? Because it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make it fun. um, Listen to All I Do Is Win by Nicki Minaj. Okay. I think I've heard that song. Leveled up equals automatic respect, right? We all smoke and mirrors, right? So whenever someone comes at you in a negative way, they must be mistaken. They don't know you enough to make that conclusion, right? So that's obvious something else, a cry for help. Right. If it don't benefit me, these emotions are nowhere to be found. Right. And I was just talking to someone and I was telling them, instead of getting mad and frustrated and angry or upset about something, switch places with that person who's upsetting with you mentally and see exactly why are they doing this? What is motivating them to do certain things? What is motivating them to treat you this way? And then you'll be able to better, you know, assess the situation or do something that will counteract it besides being upset and emotional. How to manifest money. Manifest money making ideas because you can manifest money and find a penny on the floor and then still be waiting on your manifestation to come true when it already has. So manifest money making ideas so that your money can keep coming in and you can actually put it into action and keep that money flowing. Mhm. You need money to pay for your medical bills. Well, maybe you need to figure out some other type of way to get money for that. Do some research. Maybe there's something that can help you, some type of fund or something you can apply for. What about debt money making? What about debt money making ideas too? Yep. You can't get out of debt unless you have money. Money making ideas, creative money making ideas. That way you don't have to keep manifesting money because your idea will continue to make you money. Okay. So all you got to do is manifest a good idea that will create a way for money to come to you. That way you never have to really manifest money again. So let's say you manifest money, you get like some money. What about next month? So you need the idea. You got to think towards the future and whatever your this is how people should manifest. If it doesn't serve you for the future, then why are you manifesting it? If it's not going to benefit you in 5 months from now, why are you manifesting it? If it's not going to be a gift that keeps on giving, why are you manifesting it? It's kind of like in that movie Aladdin when he says, what are you going to wish for? I mean, to wish for a sandwich would be stupid rather than to wish to be a rich prince and with servants and stuff, you know? So it's kind of like that. Be very, very careful on how you manifest. Manifest for the future, manifest for something that is going to keep giving. If you manifest something that's a one time, one hit wonder, then you have to keep manifesting. hmm The phase four elixir give you more motivation than one or two. That's good. Well, it's an alchemy. Your body might process it different, and it finally lined up in the right, frequency. So how to manifest a new place to live and the ability to maintain that. Well, got to manifest a way to pay for it first. So that would mean a job or someone that will take care of you. Hi, Sasha. See, y'all keep skipping steps. Hi, Sasha. You can't skip the steps. So if you don't manifest a job to pay for it, you need to manifest someone who will take care and provide for you and pay for it. Or you need to manifest, someone to be able to move in with you and pay all those bills. Mhm. Some of y'all are silly in these comments. Logical, right? Because most people skip over logic. That's why they're not where they want to be. Thank you, Divad. How often do these pole shifts occur? Um, I think more than we think because they're magnetic pole shifts and they're determined by the frequency and of the planet. And mhm, mhm. Yeah, and I think that's sad that people like try to do magic or manifest thinking they're going to get something by skipping what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. And the same stuff you skip is the same stuff you have to do anyway to maintain it. And if you skip it and you get what you are manifesting, you're not going to keep it. Okay. That's why in alchemy it's called the great work. It means you have to do the work, put in the work. So it's not, you know, it's not going to be easy, but nothing good is, ever going to be that easy and you able to keep it if you don't know how to keep it. It's like giving a child $1 million. Do you have faith that that child will keep that $1 million? Nope. Why? He don't know the value of money. He doesn't know what it takes to earn it. He'll spend like he doesn't know what, money is or, the price or budget is and buy his friends everything and his family everything, and when he turn around he gonna be broke because he don't know about money, but he manifested money and he doesn't know anything about money, so he will lose the money. So you can't the shortcuts are never going to serve you. I would manifest how to think about money in order to keep it flowing in constantly. No, I need to manifest ideas on how to keep money flowing in constantly with little effort. That's how you manifest. You're not supposed to manifest, oh, I want money to pay my bills. Okay, so what if you get just enough money to pay your bills? Then you broke again. Then you got bills coming next month, you know. So be careful how you manifest. We got to think big. Be honest, did you cast a spell on us? Oh. Um if that's what you want to believe. How do you manifest a daughter when getting pregnant? The man creates the daughter. So it's up to the man. Thank you, Ayat Nash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. Got to manifest multiple income streams. Yep. What's my view on synchronicities? It's just the way of the universe telling you that to pay attention, to realize that this is not as serious as you think and nothing is coincidence and everything is set up a certain way. Pay attention, get into the pattern, get into the habit. Know that um, you're not things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Things don't happen, you don't get the scraps, you create the meal, basically. It's kind of like showing you this is something to play with. Mhm. What do you think about vision boards? My sister invited me over New Year's Day to do vision boards with them. So me and the kids went over there. And I usually do manifestation journals because I don't like everybody seeing my stuff and I don't have anywhere to store a poster board. Well, I do, but I don't want to. So I just did one for fun. But I use a journal to do it. I used to do that a lot and all of my stuff I could check off. Someone says create a vision board with a girl, manifest a daughter. Mhm. Um, you see, here's the thing. I really wouldn't manifest any a gender in a child. I would just let whatever wanted to come through come through. You know what I mean? Because you don't sometimes you don't know what you need until you have it. I would just manifest a healthy baby. And whatever comes, that's what you're supposed to have. Like Mhm. It's an amazing feeling when you look at your journal and everything is checked off. It is. You almost like, I can't believe it. You start to feel good about yourself. You're like, I did all of that. Your head get big. You got to put it down. You start to think you can do everything, which you can, but you start to feel like Kanye West. um, I don't do spells for other people anymore, though. Yeah, I stopped doing that because people are doing. Most people don't even understand how it works, and they'll just do something to mess the whole thing up anyway. So it's not really worth it for me anymore. Thank you, Kadena, Sprinkle Sprinkle. What to do when black sheep of family? Own it. Call yourself the black sheep. Own it. Walk into Christmas like the villain, like Maleficent, baby. Own it. Every family got one. You might as well own it and wear it proudly, baby. If you make being the black sheep cool, then you stand out. So I would own it. I'd even get me a T-shirt made, black sheep, and show up on. That's why. Then they can't like treat you. Then they'll try to treat you normal on purpose because they think you're getting making it to a positive thing. Oh, you're not that special. I'm serious. Like, own it. Where do you start your spiritual journey? By getting to know yourself, asking the right questions. You went vegan and your family took it personal? What? Oh my God. Thank you, Divide, sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. How nice. Why would someone take personally you not eating certain things? That's kind of strange. I would be like, it just makes my stomach hurt now. Doctor said I should eat less meat. There you go. Make a brand of being the black sheep like the last black unicorn. Right. Black sheep clothing line. There you go. It's inappropriate. And all the black sheep of the family will buy it, um, of different families. And then make it being the black sheep being cool. Black sheep are strong. They stand for something, not conform. Right. I don't, some people think they're the black sheep of the family and they're not even the black sheep sometimes. Right. Do I still work with Santísima Muerte? I was watching the New Year's Eve countdown, and Post Malone had Santísima Muerte on his jacket, and it was like purple with stars. And I thought that was kind of cool. Um, Santísima Muerte also had the same as uh, the Hermit on his jacket, and I thought that was kind of cool as well. But for me, that energy just represents, you know, understanding what life is, enjoying it, valuing it, making the most of it, because um, it's not, something that you're going to have forever. A lot of people say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Or, if I work real hard, one day I'll be able to do this. Why can't you do that today? Why can't you travel now? So, kind of like getting the most out of this experience. So that's the mentality and the energy that I get from Cynthia over there. And I'm like, you know, don't work with a deity, don't work with a icon, work with the mentality as the icon, as the deity, get into that mindset. So I don't really work with, I work as. That's how you do it. Mm, why Dewey? Why you could tolerating a controlling man if you're not 12 and he's not your dad? What's the problem? What? Who's who's got a controlling man? Did you ask me something? You want to change your style to vintage dress? Then go ahead and do it. Dewey, cosplay, or just dress vintage all day, every day. I have a vintage dress. What size you wear? I'm trying to sell it. It's a Betty Page dress, and it's blue. I think it's like a size, I don't know, 8 or 10. Hmm. I have lots of vintage clothes. Um, oh, her man doesn't like certain lengths. Okay, well, he can not like them over there because I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. He cannot like them on the couch. He cannot like them sitting in the drive-through because I ain't finna cook. And he cannot like them. See what I'm saying? How much for the dress? I don't know. I had it listed a long time ago and then I took it down. I forgot how much I was trying to. I have to look at the prices of similar dresses. I might put it back up on Poshmark. Let me see how much I had it for sale for. I'll sell it for the same price. Mhm. Is it still up here? No, it's not up there. Let's see how much it's worth. Look on Poshmark. It's like a navy blue 50 style, dress, and it has like it's sleeveless and it's blue, and then it has flares out. I found it at a thrift shop. What? Why? I'm not seeing any on Poshmark. Well, I'll look it up. Thank you. Ashir just dropped a major key. Don't work with, work as. Thank you for that. Do you know anything about Kemetic deity? Sapandet. No, you know what? Does he go by a different name as well? I'm still learning all of them, but I know like the main ones. Thank you. Sprinkle sprinkle. Interior. Can you discuss more on using the right wording when manifesting or plan? That's why you got to plan. What do you want the spell work to do? And that's how you figure out your wording. First you got to start backwards. Always start backwards. See the result first. How did you get there? Is this person capable of doing such things? Unless, they're drugged or brainwashed. If the answer is no, then this might not be how it really turns out. So, for example, I'll do an example. When manifesting something, I want my husband to, let's just say, I'm a woman and my husband is not very ambitious and I need him to get up and do more and A, B, C, and D and get a better job and do A, B, C, and D. If he's not that type of person and he's not wanting to change for himself, you can't make him. But what you can do is manifest for him to get ambition. Manifest for him to want ambition, manifest for him to see others with ambition and admire them. You can do small things like that to push to the next level, or you can you have to have a catalyst to start the process if that's not in that person's character. Or let's say you want to manifest a good job. Well, if the job you want is very specific, then you need to focus on the person that's interviewing you. I want them to like me for some strange reason so that they hire me, even if I'm qualified or not. You see, you have to cut corners. You have to use logic in order to manifest properly. And that's why it's very important to be logical when manifesting, because if you don't, you're going to manifest something you can't even keep, or that's not even really possible within a good time period, or that's going to last. hmm So try to think outside the box. hmm Reverse engineer. That's right. Pick it apart. In some alternate universe, and the Mandela effect, yeah, your husband might be a different way, but everything else could change. Okay. Let's say you manifested your boyfriend, I want him to marry me and, do this and do that. And let's say you manifest that in an alternate universe, that's who he is, but not in this universe. So then you activate Mandela effect. Then you go to that universe. Okay, you manifested this guy and he's doing everything great, but now something has changed on the other side. and now you're stuck here in a whole different reality, and other stuff that wasn't a problem before is now becoming issues. So you got to be careful when you manifest. You have to make sure that it is fitting. Time loop stuck, right? It might end up being a good alternate reality. You never know. Tips on speeding up manifestation. Yep. Make as much room and easy path for it to come in. You know, make room and an easy path for it to reach you. So, for example, if you're manifesting something, it has to have several avenues to find you. That way it's faster and they have to be easy. Mhm. So, thank you. I think the Mandela effect started really happening when people really started waking up and working with manifestation and their mental. They started changing a lot of things and creating the fourth dimension, actually, because that's what the Mandela effect is a result of. Worlds, creating worlds. It's the hypersphere. If you ever seen a hypersphere, it's a circle with circle on it on every surface area. So you're going to have multiple worlds, multiple dimensions, the more you manifest. Hmm. Hmm. How to manifest a good provider, protector, marriage oriented man in my life. Anyone. Be the type of woman that one is looking for. Remember, treat yourself how you want others to treat you. That's more from my other channel. Gotta live up, baby. Um, right. So you have to be what that type of person wants. You're not just gonna wake up one day and say, "I think I want something that I would never really want because I just have a strange feeling." No, you gotta track them. So instead of manifesting that, manifest to be the type of woman that's going to attract nothing but that. You know. So Ethel says, "Love thyself." That's right. So that's where it starts with you. We're always trying to change the outside. We're always trying to change other people. We're always trying to change this and change that. The only thing that creates change is change within. Because however you treat yourself, however you respond to certain people, and however you think creates the reality around you. So let's say you have someone that's always trying to make you upset or trigger you so that you can go off the handle emotionally and argue so that they can get mad, leave, and go see their side chick while you sit at home mad. And that was the plan the whole time, right? So, what you got to do is not be triggered. You're like, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, no, it's fine. You see, when people can't trigger you, they can't control you. When people can't, um, you know, change someone else, they think that, you know, the world is over. Oh, I can't change that person. But all you would have to do is change one behavior about yourself in order for that person to respond differently to you. And that is called change. So if you don't want to argue, stop arguing. Don't feed it. How he gonna pick a fight if you're not fighting? How is someone gonna insult you when you don't take any personal offense to what people say about you? So the change is within. And eventually when they see that it doesn't affect you, they stop. So that's how you change people, by changing yourself. You control everything by your actions and your thoughts and how you respond to the environment and the people around you. You want someone to shut up and they won't shut up, stop talking. You know, they can't talk to themselves that long. So, change you and you change them. That's it. You cannot change someone by not changing yourself. Um, and the 2020 energy is also going to help people really work on themselves. They're going to become more in tune with their higher selves. They're going to become more involved with self. They're going to become more involved with growing and nurturing thyself, because if you don't, who will? I informed a few of the melanated women at my job about your Shiva 7 channel. We all with you now. Thank you, Essence. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So thanks. So yeah, we have to focus on ourselves because nobody else will. And then we expect to be rising on certain levels, but we don't take the time to create um, ourselves in order to be able to get to that next level. So stop focusing on trying to change other people and do like Mike said. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. See, Michael was a guru. Na 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 na. um, how do you stop getting people to treating you so dumb and blonde and trying to take advantage of me? I mean, for me, if people, I would use being dumb to my advantage. You need to go find my other channel. It's the name of it. Okay. Use your dumbness to get everything you want. Okay. Reverse it. Flip the script, baby. I don't know anything. I don't know how to do that. Can you do it for me? There you go. Let them underestimate you and keep your agenda. That's right. Stop letting people take advantage of you and you see, if you play dumb, you can actually take advantage of them. But I don't know. Can you just show me, please? I don't know how to do this. I don't know. They said my tires were bald, but tires don't have hair. Does that mean I need new tires? Oh my gosh, I can't afford it. I'm scared to drive to your house. Can you buy me some tires? You want to get some down payment to a car? Oh my God, I don't know anything about cars. Will you come with me to the dealership? Wear that short skirt. Now you got your down payment. Play stupid and dumb. You're going to get everything. Okay? I promise you, you will. Use it to your advantage. Everything that they use against you, flip it and use it for yourself. My tires are bald. I didn't know tire. Is that those little things that come on new tires? They look like little spikes. I didn't know those were supposed to stay on. How much are tires? Like $20? $100? So, work with what you got. They're showing you exactly how you can get whatever you want, but you're just not seeing it. Okay? They're showing you how to get whatever you want, but you're just not seeing it. 20 will get you a bald tire. See? What are your thoughts on crystals? Scientifically, crystals are not really a solid. They're in between the liquid state, and so they hold vibration and energy and intelligence. And also, they work as a prism to also direct light. So, scientifically, they will raise your frequency if you are trying to raise your frequency. Your money spell work great. Good for you. Tell them this is a cake sale, not a bake sale. Start dressing like a dumb blonde. Get you some pink. Get you some dress. Go watch Legally Blonde. And there you go. The last thing you got free was on a refund on a product you didn't even work. I'm sorry. How do I feel dark? Go in a room and turn off the light and close your eyes. All of them. Go in a room, turn off the light, and close your eyes. Hmm. Um, that's the truth, though. What? So if you don't have a blank book, like a journal, to write down all your secret plans and evil plans and good plans and plans for good deeds or whatever you need to do to execute and create the life that you desire, you need to get one. It's called a manifesto for a reason. What are you writing? My manifesto. Manifesto. You see? You got to plan it out. Then you got to. Thank you, B.M. Francois. Do I do tarot readings? Nope. I used to. I don't do them anymore. But there was a time for many, many years that I did. Hmm. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, J Dub. Sprinkle Sprinkle. What's my phone number? 911. You gonna call it? What do you think of Lizzo, who shot to fame out of nowhere with an old song? I think of TikTok. Mhm. If you get on TikTok and them kids start doing dances to you and lip singing to you, you gonna blow up, baby. That's how the dude Old Town Road blew up TikTok. It's an app that these kids are doing, and like you record over someone else's voice, or you do like a dance to their song, or some type of dance or challenge or whatever, and that's how it blows up. TikTok, the clock, time. You know, it was her time, I guess. Mhm. Come on, tell me your real phone number. I'm talking real. 777-9311. Y'all remember that song? You're making plans on how I'm going to use my money to pay back student loans at the end of the year. Okay, well, I hope they work out. I don't want my daughter on TikTok. Ricky B. Okay. Keep her off TikTok then. The universe is so big. To how do you find reason of life? You don't find it, you create it. You're a creator. What you looking for? you know? We're not lost. We're not looking for nothing, you know. That's a trick. What do you want to create? You know, that's going to sleep and trying to figure out why you are dreaming. Why am I dreaming? Well, what am I now that you know that you're dreaming, what you going to do in the dream? You going to have fun? You going to create something interesting? Are you going to enjoy it? Are you going to help other people figure it out so they can do it too? You know, whatever you want to do. Thank you, Relax 96 Sprinkle Sprinkle. Can you do money spell sometime soon? I mean, I really don't have a reason to do money spell no more. You know, I might I might tell you guys, do a money making idea spell so that you can stop doing money spells because you're gonna have money flowing in continuously from that idea, you know. Prosperity spell. Once you get into a certain vibration, money is beyond natural, right? Seriously. I started manifesting in my manifestation journal, and I would just say it and just feel it and say it to my kids and be like, one day I'm just going to make money in my sleep and not have to do anything. And I said, watch. And I felt it like I wasn't asking anybody. I wasn't begging. I wasn't pleading. I just knew. And I think knowing that is what creates that because it can't be created if it's unknown, you know? So you got to be smart and manifest what you want as a creator, not as someone begging, not as someone waiting, but as someone who knows, feels it, and just like you're waiting on that Amazon package, just excited for the day that it arrives. That excitement, that preparation, oh, I ordered something cute to wear. You start getting your shoes ready, what jewelry you're gonna wear with it, how you're gonna style it. Start thinking about it. And that vibration in itself is like very powerful. So, you know, stop overthinking it. Be a creator. That's what you are. So, like lucid dreaming, daydreaming, lucid dreaming. Hmm. How you do a spell to make someone in love with you? You gonna be my first target? First, you can need to do that money spell. Just kidding. Um, you want to manifest being an artist. Either you're an artist or you're not. How about manifest being a successful, well-paid artist? Used to trade stock for a living, and I used to see thousands of dollars as hundreds, and hundreds would be like 10. Yep, that's true. Like once you start making a certain amount of money, what used to be a lot to you is nothing to you. Your value of money changes. And you start to feel bad for like people that work 8 hours a day to earn what you can earn in 10 minutes. It's just messed up. Thank you, Eileen. Do you think it's a good idea to explore creating our own symbol sigils for deep meditation, or is too risky? I don't, whatever makes you feel good about whatever you're doing, that's what you need to do. For me, I'm just a creator. I don't need any of that. But if I wanted to work with a sigil, then I would do whatever made me feel the most positive about the whole situation, because that's going to raise your frequency. So if you feel good about doing it, then do it. Yeah, so it's like, when you realize that some people will work 12 hours a day and don't make as much as you would make in 10 minutes, it's like, wow, that's messed up. Like, rich people or people with a lot of money will see the working class as slaves, literally, because if they can make what you make in a week in 10 minutes, that means you're basically working for free. And it's sad. And to me, if you make that much money, but you don't help or teach others how to get it, that's evil. That's a true version of evil. When you know how to get money and you see someone struggling hard and you don't find a way to put out the information on how to get to the next level at least, and you just want to keep it to yourself, I mean, that's not good. Thank you, Miss Juicy Amore. Sprinkle, sprinkle, like that little fox with the heart. So, I mean, everybody has worked a regular job as a teenager, as a young adult. Some people went to college, some people opened a business, some people got successful in different ways, and they see their value of money a lot different now. And so, I don't think it's right, because I get mad. I'm like, I was working that long for that much, doing all this stuff, and I make more than that in less than 10 minutes now that I made in a whole day. I'm mad. I'm mad, because you know, there's so much more. Doing hard physical, strenuous labor some people do and make pennies. You say you still doing that. That sucks. That's why I'm trying to help people get to the next level because I can't help you get there overnight, but I can get you to the next step so you can take the next step and so on and so forth. Thank you, Willow Phoenix Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Does your spell work ever catch up to you in the future? If you feel guilty about it and thought that you were doing something wrong and looking for it to come catch you in the future, then it's coming because you're manifesting it to come catch you. Okay. So um don't focus on the negative things, right? How do you lucid dream? Sometimes the if you're ever in a nightmare or a dream where you're dying, those are the easiest dreams to become lucid dreams. So just focus on that and trying to control things in the dream when you're having a nightmare or having a dying dream. You can turn those into lucid dreams the easiest. Um, mhm. So your family's trying to make me feel bad. They work 12 hours a day and I'm in the sound. What? And I'm like, that sounds horrible. I live the life and they could too. Je suis. You know, and that's not good that they tried. Keyword try, because I know you don't feel guilty. Try to feel guilty. They tried. It's like I don't feel guilty. I just feel sorry for y'all. There's an easier way. Hmm. A guilt is like a thing that is a choice. So no one can make you feel guilty unless you feel guilty. Why do film and television always encourage witches in the movies to never do magic for their personal gain? Mm, I don't know why they do that. Maybe because they don't want you to do the right thing. So here's my question. In what world, in what universe will someone do more for other people than themselves if they have power? That don't make no sense. That's like a millionaire being a bum and giving his money to everybody who walks by. That don't make any sense. Eccentric, but not logical. They make it seem that if you do it, you will reap the benefit, the consequences. Then make the consequences good, baby. What are the consequences? Make the consequences good. I'm going to manifest $1 million. And when I get that $1 million, I'm going to give 10,000 to charity. Well, I'm going to manifest $10 million and I'm going to give $1 million to charity. And I'm going to write it off on my taxes and get paid for doing it. How you doing? Okay. So you have to think the most powerful witches, um, magical workers are the smartest. Okay. The word greed was invented by poverty minds. Ooh. Thank you, Aline. Do you have a few incense? Do you have a favorite incense or essential oil? Yeah, I got a favorite incense. I like sandalwood. That's my favorite incense. And then Nag Champa, sandalwood, patchouli. Like the stuff I really keep is just patchouli and Nag Champa. And then I have like a variety, which has like sandalwood and patchouli, rose, pine, jasmine, lotus. But I really love the sandalwood. Hmm. Thanks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You like dragon blood incense? Yeah, that smells good too. So get your finances in order. Quit, Miss Naomi. Oh, y'all giving advice. Um, so religion and rules are to keep you from making dumb decisions. So in like in the movies and witchcraft and in religion, they put rules on you because you don't know any better. But when you rise above and those things in your knowledge, you know how to get around them, over them, use them to your advantage. It's called alchemy. So when you become the master of yourself, when you become a creator and you're no longer at the mercy of, certain things because you realize you are those things, then everything changes. Okay. So um when you first start off, you know nothing, right? Oh, don't do that because it's going to come back to you. You got to live by that because you don't know enough, right? You live by that until you learn more. The test is passing the fear, okay? The test is letting go of the fear in order to learn more, to get more information. Hmm. You're 21 and lost. I want to move, have no money. Get a job, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you a sugar daddy or a job. Okay, it's not that hard. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, you said in the past that you were eclectic, which take the best information that works for you self and leave the rest that doesn't resonate. Right. Everybody is growing. You will never stay the same. You're always supposed to be evolving. You know, one path leads to the next path, which leads to the next path, which leads to the next path. So if you're just starting out and you heard the threefold law and karma, that's where your thinking is right now. That's all you know. So you have to work within that. That means you're not going to do something that you can't get out of. That means you're not going to do something that you don't understand. So when you learn more, then you say, okay, well, I learned alchemy and I learned transmutation. So that law of karma is obsolete. You see? So once you learn transmutation and law of correspondence and A, B, C, and D, all that becomes kindergarten. And then you can create on a higher level and do more. So you just have to get past the fear of that threefold law and find the loophole in the way around it, which is through alchemy. And alchemy is like self actualization, which is knowing thyself and how the universal laws work, how the mind works, things like that. So once you realize those are just baby gates, I'm gonna call them baby gates. You know how when you're a baby, they baby proof the house and put gates up and say you can't go over there or you're gonna get killed. You can't go over there or you're going to get injured. Okay. But once you learn how to be careful and not stick forks and, you know, sockets, they take the baby gates off and you level up to the next level. So those people that live by threefold law karma, those are baby gates. How do you eliminate fear? Learn. Knowledge eliminates fear. Research. Learn more. Study universal law. Study alchemy. Um, Spiritual alchemy. Study universal law. And those baby gates will disappear. And so will that fear. hmm Thank you, Ashley Brooks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ooh, a very nice donation. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ashley. Yay, little diamonds. Bling, bling. Okay. Your kids got past the gates. Uh oh. So, yeah. Are you a nice witch or a bad witch? Replace the W with B and number two, call me. I used to believe in karma until awakened me. Yeah. Think about this. If you believe in karma, then why, oh, why is the world in the state that it is in? Think about that. All the good people that do everything right and good, they still waiting on their good karma to be returned, and it ain't coming. Because all the bad people out there doing bad who don't even believe in karma and getting away with it. So it's a trick to keep you locked down on a certain level. hmm If the only reason you do something is based on karma, then you're not doing it for the right reason. You're not vibrating on the frequency that you're supposed to be vibrating on while doing the thing that you're doing. You see? So it weakens you. Okay. Hey, Eureka. And you just woke up in South Africa. Good morning. So you're not going to be affected by karma if you understand that it is a trap. It happened on its own. That's because you were expecting it. Mhm. Thoughts on anonymous charity work? Um, Here's my thing. Why are you doing the charity work? If you're doing it for the wrong reason, then you might as well not do it. Might as well just donate some money and call it a day. Because if you're not doing charity work because you want to really help, then you shouldn't be doing it at all. Because you're not on the right frequency anyway. And when I say you're not on the right frequency, I mean by doing the work, you're not attracting anything to you at all. You're not attracting good karma, good luck, or anything. All you're doing is just basic charity work, and nothing is coming your way because of it. You know, it's just like when you wake up in the morning and feed your dog or take care of your kids. You're not expecting anything in return. You do it because you want to. You want that dog to eat. You want them kids to eat. So if you're not doing charity work for the correct reason, you will not profit from it at all. Mhm. So it doesn't matter if you do it anonymously or not. If you're not doing it for the right reason, do whatever you want. Get paid. If you're not doing it for the right reason, get paid from it. Yeah, because it's the same thing. So it's the bright light. It comes from truth and only truth. How do you open your third eye? How do you activate your pineal gland? Well, first of all, it has to be uncalcified. Work on that first. Work on that. Uncalcify your pineal gland. Mhm. Why do I think there's so many single ladies in the church, especially single ladies, single ladies? You don't want me to answer that question because that's from my other channel. Some people are born with their third eye open, especially children. It's already open. Have you ever tried Moringa health supplement? Nope. I don't think I've ever tried that one. Sorry. The Black church is not an accurate representation of biblical Christianity. Oh, Mandy's back. Thank you, Miss Juicy Amore. Will your money bowl spell work for starting a business? Do you have any updated money spell? No, it will work to keep money coming in and money making ideas coming in. So when you're doing that money spell, also be manifesting money making ideas because once you do a money making idea or a prosperity, then that represents continuous flow of money. You shouldn't have to keep doing money spells over and over. That means the first one ain't working. So, um, it's kind of like manifesting. When you do spell work, that's like manifesting. If you word it correctly and see um, what you need to focus on in order for that money to start coming in, then that's where you need to put your focus. Like a new business. Let's just say we weren't into magic or manifesting, and we were just straight up logic. And I'm starting a new business. How would I bring clients to my business? Let's say I don't do spell work or believe in any of this stuff. How am I going to get new clients to my business? I got to advertise. Okay. I got to get people's attention. I got to figure out what people want so I can get it to them. So these are the ideas and what you need to be doing spell work for. These things I'm talking about. So I want people to see my advertisement. I want to go viral on Instagram so my business blow up. I want somebody to buy my stuff and link it or hashtag me on Instagram. I want a celebrity to like my post. So this is how you're going to get your money by manifesting the things that are going to bring it to you. So that's why I always recommend you having a plan and using logic as well, and then using that information to then put into manifestation or spell work. Okay, so because you could start a business all day and do 1,000 money spells, But if you are not online, if no one's sharing your posts, if you're not out there advertising, then who gonna find your business? Okay. I did. She was, I did. She was money spell, and it didn't work. Did you do what she would do too? Did you go get up and advertise? Did you plug yourself? You know. So you gotta put in the logic into the spell work, into the manifestation. Hmm. So put that in there. Don't just depend on the spell work. Depend on what you need the spell work to focus on. Hmm. You got to share your own things and advertise public and don't care about what somebody's saying. That's right. Sitara. How do you open your pineal gland? You mean activate it by learning, raising your frequency. Mhm. I did your spell and got over $100,000 new house and a Benz. Good for you, girl. Hey, congratulations. um, why do the elixirs take a while to ship out? Because first they have to be processed, which means I have to get the order and send them to my drop shipper. And then she has to package it and then mail it out. And if it's over the weekend, she ain't working. She don't work weekends. If it's over the holiday, she ain't working either. So next business day, but they usually come within like the week. Unless you're out of the country, then it could have got held up in customs or something like that. So, right. If you don't live in the US, check, could be in customs. Um, thank you. Mandy says we rebels. Not really. Not in the biblical sense. We're not rebels. What's a good way to deal with fear regarding stress-based health issues? What's a good way to deal with fear regarding stress-based whatever that is causing that stress, stop doing it. I mean, that's it. Whatever that's causing that stress, just stop doing it. You ain't supposed to be doing it. Like, what is it? Is it a job? Okay, she tell these folks the easiest manifestation spell is located in Genesis 1. It's so damn clear. What did the creators do? They spoke. Let there be. That mean let. When you say let, you ain't begging for nothing. You commanding, allowing. Like that's true. Let there be knowledge. Let there be light. Let these people learn. Come on. That's true. And that's the like people that go to church and beg and pray, they doing everything backwards. So, you're not supposed to be begging for anything. You're supposed to be letting everything be. Let it be. Allowing it, understanding and knowing it. If you're the trick is to the trick is to give you something to worship. And then when you're giving something to worship, you forget that you are the creator and start to focus outside of self and outside of your own creation and creativity. It's like being tricked into a, um, realizing that you're not dreaming and that you're just the dream is real and you get trapped in it. So if anyone has given you a deity to worship, they're trying to trick you into um, focusing your energy and manifestations outside of yourself so that you're not as powerful. Okay. So, if you beg a deity that is may or may not have even existed, then knowing your true power to create and to will and to let and allow things to be, then your potential is never reached. You never get to where you're supposed to have gotten. And then you teach your children the same thing, and they will never reach their potential or get where they're supposed to be. They will never get to the top. So you have to stop giving people deities to worship. If you give someone a deity to worship, you're doing them a disservice. Um, Now, if there's a person who has wise words and you read their wisdom and you learn from their wisdom, then that's not the same thing as worshiping a deity. It's not. Thank you, XO goddess, sprinkle, sprinkle. So you you don't have to throw away the whole religion. You just need to throw away the worshiping of the deity part of it. What is the information that is being given? You know. So that's my thoughts on that. Mhm. The protective energy of Archangel Michael. That is a whole science within itself. That is a science, actually. If you read I think it's the Gospels of Paul or something, talks a lot about Archangel Michael and what his purpose is in the afterlife, but not as a being. Well, I see things in a scientific aspect, but a frequency. It's a frequency, right? So, for example, you know how 3G, 4G, and 5G are on different frequencies? Like the old phones, they had 3G and 4G, right? And then now Verizon has 5G. And okay, so Archangel Michael, if I had to uh, put him on a G, would represent the faster, higher frequency that can maneuver and go places that other lower frequencies couldn't go. Okay. So just think of it like that. There are energies that are able to get you in places, get you knowledge, and get you frequencies that you can't get on a lower level. Thank you, Tamika. Sprinkle, sprinkles. Be still and know who you are. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you be still, guess what starts moving? You know how they say move mountains? The world keeps turning. So being still, if you okay, it's kind of like, okay, You know how when you're at a stoplight and you swear your car is rolling backwards because the car in front of you is scooting forward real slow, but you're still? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like when you stop and focus and realize that everything around you is moving, but then you get tricked into thinking that you're moving because they're moving slow. And so you think you're moving backwards. If you be still, as soon as you jerk up and realize that you weren't even moving, that's the awakening. That's that jolt to say, hey, this is an illusion. So when you wake up, literally, that's when you start seeing clearly. Um, mhm. You think religious people feel that way because it's something that they're supposed to do? Well, there's religious people are trained. Spiritual people um, are knowledge seekers. So, you know, memorizing some stuff and some rules is just like the baby gate. Okay, that's like kindergarten. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to use your words. You're supposed to raise your hand. You're supposed to stand in line. You're supposed to ask the teacher before you go to the bathroom. That's kindergarten. Okay. That's for those people. When you become spiritual, then you're like, oh my goodness, there's so much that I didn't even realize. What is that? What is that? You start asking questions. You don't tell people rules, you start asking questions. So when you step out of religion, it's because you started asking too many questions. So when you start asking too many questions, you become more spiritual. You seeking knowledge. You're not just trying to follow some rules anymore. So when you start seeking knowledge, you become more spiritual. Religious people are fine with their rules. They want to stay in that kindergarten class. Let them have fun. It's wonderful. They tattletale, ooh, teacher, teacher. He said a bad word. So when you get above that, it's like, but why did he say a bad word? What made him say the bad word? You start asking questions. Where did he hear this bad word from? See? So you get to the higher understanding. um, you don't care about the rule breaking or the rules or um, memorizing your colors and numbers anymore. You don't care about that anymore because it's basic. Teacher. But the tongue can no man tame. It is unruly, evil, full of deadly poison. Yet that means when you lie to people on purpose to confuse them, it is deadly. When you tell them, here, worship this ugly deity, he gonna save you, that's deadly. Because you never really end up getting anywhere. Okay. How you gonna graduate college if you can't get out of elementary school? How are you going to start your business and you still stuck in kindergarten? How are you going to realize who you are when all they're teaching you is who everybody else is? Okay, so not really gonna stay stuck in kindergarten. So they teach you who and what to be. They don't teach me that because I was who I was, still am. There are people that just don't conform because they already know it's not right. They're mad at you when you know who you are, but they be watching though. Exo goddess. That's true. They wanna see the mystery unfold. Uh-huh. That's why Mandy can't stay off this channel. She probably go back to the church and say exactly what I said, but put God and Jesus on the end of it. Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate that compliment. She do, she do. Jesus said, that was me. Anywho, I you haven't been on in like a month. Oh, what happened? Yeah, we have our Chippewa ministry occupying our town right now. Okay, that's not your town. It's they Chippewa. This they land, so they ain't occupying it. You occupying their land. So it's the other way around. But you know, house. Watchmen is layered and well written. That's the next show I'm gonna watch. I promise you. Y'all will see. I'll talk about it. I got to get into the first episode. So I what? You meant time, not town. Whatever that means. I thought you also claimed the original names were oh Mandy. What? Mandy, you missed a lot. You should have been here that last month because you missed a lot. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father will not in him. The love of the Father is not in him. Yep. I mean, that's very scientific as well. So if you're a cosmic soul, I'm gonna say soul, you're not from Earth. So that's like going on vacation and living your hotel room better than your house. I mean, you had a bad father and a mother, and you don't love them because they must have done you dirty and wrong. If you love your hotel room better than you love the house or the people back where you were, then they didn't treat you right. So I understand. That's what that means. Thank you, Dinky. Caffeine raises frequency. It helps my depression. Yep. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So does gold. My supplements and my elixirs also do the same thing, give you energy. Platinum, phase one and two, definitely. Oh my goodness. Through not monatomic gold, platinum, copper. And it also becomes part of your DNA. Dark materials, kid friendly. Okay, thank you, Kim. I'm gonna check that out too. So you've been with your husband since high school. His vibration is so low, I'm feeling distant. Any suggestions? Let me ask you a question. Was you born with your husband? 2020 is about focusing on self. Okay. Maybe he wants to be low vibrational. Maybe that's his highest that he can go. Focus on you. He is not your responsibility as far as raising his vibration. So, why do some people eat constantly? They're trying to fill a void. Mhm. Can you talk more about the elixirs? Yes. So, it's linked below in my description bar. My Etsy shop is called Dark Realm. Just type Dark Realm Ashura Star Goddess, and my Etsy shop will pop up. There are 7 phases of each. I mean, there are 7 phases of elixir. You go from phase one, you take that until it's gone. Instructions come with it. And you move on to phase two and up to seven. And it's supposed to raise your frequency and change your entire frequency and phases and enlighten you spiritually, give you more motivation, energy, focus, ideas, helps dreams. It's just a bunch of things. Help you think on higher levels, open up to different realms, blah, 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 blah. And then we have the monatomic gold, platinum, silver, copper. And these are just the mineral supplements. Um, so you can get those as well. And then we have the sprays, which are um, to help you transition, like during the shift, if you feel weird, like you have like you're shifting and like stuff is moving like you're on a boat, or if you're feeling anxiety or just depression, these sprays you can keep in your purse, your car. Well, don't keep it in your car. Don't keep it in somewhere hot, but keep it with you, and you can spray it. A couple of sprays every time you might need, some extra frequency, and you can also spray it around you as well. Um, so just check it out. There are reviews on the Etsy page from people that bought the elixir, so you can read what they have to say if you wanted to know more. Um, gonna order yours tomorrow. Je suis. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. They become part of your DNA. Yes. Thank you, BM Francois. Is the elixir similar to ashwasha? No, they're mineral. Like gold is a frequency. Like uh, platinum, iridium, gold, silver, they change your frequency and you vibrate on a higher level. So you're able to access information that you're not on the frequency of to get right now. So, for example, let's just say you haven't taken anything and you're just blah. And let's say you start taking phase one of the elixirs and you start becoming more motivated and you feel something that you should be doing, and you start having dreams and you start getting ideas, and you know next thing you know, you start putting them into action. So it's taking you to a higher frequency to access energy, information, and realms that you weren't able to get to before. So it's kind of like getting a cable upgrade. Y'all know I got to make it in layman's terms. It's like you getting some new cable channels. Oh, free yoga. I think I'm gonna do yoga tomorrow. It's free. Fit TV, baby. Better than that Channel 8 lady with the ball in the chair. PBS lady. Okay. Y'all remember her? So, how do they become a part of your DNA? Well, as your frequency raises, your DNA changes. It's like sacred geometry. Just think of a speaker and you put some salt on top of it and you turn it up to a certain degree of watts, and the shapes of the vibrations change as the frequency changes. That's your DNA. Okay. So you vibrating higher, your DNA is vibrating higher and changing. Okay. Do you think we exist in a reality where we can be authentic with others? Yes. And it ain't this one. It's called preschool. It's called kindergarten, first grade. But second grade, it starts fading. It's over then. It's over. Um, they still had a ball and cheerleading. Oh no. 2020 is about encompassing Shield 7 level up unbothered. Right, right. Thoughts on the use of marijuana during spiritual work. Eh, I like CBD oil. I like the medicinal parts of that plant, but I don't feel like if um I don't like I'm a Pisces. I'm natural. People think I'm hot and I don't even smoke anything. So I think my thinking is already the thinking of people that will smoke weed. Okay. So I wouldn't need it. Uh, It would just put me to sleep probably. So if you feel like you need that to relax and loosen up and stop overthinking everything, I mean I don't care. I don't need it. But if you're one of them overthinkers and need that, I don't know. I mean, some people just can't focus or let stuff go. hmm I'm already chill. I'm as relaxed as I can get without going to sleep. Like, oh well. Have you ever smoked any herb like uh-uh. Like I don't get into doing things that I could do naturally with other things. Like that was just never something that I experimented with, you know. So I was always able to get to next level thinking without doing certain things. You know. Thank you. Mhm. It's a depressant, so it lowers your frequency. Yeah. Will any of your elixirs help with? Yep. Phase 1 and 2 will definitely help with any because it's going to raise your frequency. That's all those things really are coming from is a lowered frequency. So you raise a frequency, you're raising the way your brain works, the way your chemistry in your brain works, the way your neurons fire, the way, um, yeah. So it's raising your frequency. See, when you have quote unquote mental illness or depression or lowered frequencies, it's because the chemistry in your brain is off because the frequency of your brain is off. So it's not operating correctly. Your brain works on electricity. Electricity is a frequency. Your frequency is low, you got bad wiring in your brain. So then the chemicals don't get produced like they should, you know, in your body. So you got to raise your frequency. Um, what time is it? Oh, it's getting late. Weed make me feel good. Oh, okay. Well, there comes a time where you have to stop feeling good by using something else and figuring out how to feel good without using anything. And why do you need it to feel good? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to become dependent on something because it's not going to allow you to reach your highest potential. You know, you say you use the Holy Spirit, right? I feel good naturally too. So eat more electric foods, right? The only MJ that I mess with is this MJ. How you doing? Hi. Okay. So I'm so glad I caught this live. Yay. Those what? I'm getting some weird questions. Anyway, I believe they put a virus in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I believe they was testing chicken clone meat. Even Sasha was like, or Layla, it was Layla. She said, "There's not that many chickens in America. It doesn't equal the amount of Popeyes chicken that they sold." I said, "That's right. There's not that many chickens in America, baby. Where they get that chicken from?" That's like saying 5 billion people voted in the presidential election when there are not that many people here. So I think there's definitely something up with that. You said rat meat, clone meat. It's clone meat, which means, they don't have to even raise chickens anymore. They can just grow that meat in a lab because it's cloned. They take the stem cells from a chicken and they make some clone meat. Has veins and everything. Go look up clone meat online. I'm serious. You ever seen clone meat? KFC too. That's right. That's why they named it KFC because they couldn't call it chicken no more. That's what my mom says. They had to rename it KFC because they can't call it chicken. Or you gotta misspell chicken. So whatever. Chicken clone meat. Oh, I was gonna look up clone chicken meat for you. Clone chicken. Come on, clone chicken. Some of this is funny. It's like a homunculus. Y'all know what a homunculus? They got the Popeyes chicken sandwich on here when I put in clone chicken. For real. Come on, I want to see the real clone chicken. Ooh, what is that? Um, anyway, it says I have this thing on Childproof. Hmm. It says mutant chickens. I don't know. So I'm not gonna be able to see what I want to see because my kids sometimes get my phone. I have to take that thing off. Soylent Green, right? Yep, I've seen it before. It's like it has veins and everything, and um, but it's like a lump of beet. I call it a homunculus. Mhm. They've been talking about the real chicken and undercover brother. Right, that's weird. Chickens with no eyes, just a beak. Ew, that's gross. I saw that when I was looking at the pictures. I thought that was like Photoshop. Anyway, maybe it was. What if any of your thoughts on the alleged attacks on Jewish people? Um what are my thoughts on that? Who's attacking them? My thoughts are to ask questions. Why? I always ask why. Why now? Why at this time? And who is doing it? Then look deeper. Hmm. Got to decode Popeye's chicken, nugget, right? So Uncle Sam does it all. Do you believe in voluntary rape? Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense. I believe a sentence has to make sense for me to answer the question. Um, do you believe in love? Be real about this question. I believe in you and me. It's love. Baby, don't hurt me. What is love? Do you know what love is? How can I believe in something, or how can you believe in something when you don't know what it is? And if you believe in something, that means you don't know it. See, I don't need no weed. You ain't got to believe it if you know it. If you love yourself, love thyself. So know thyself, love thyself. So I can't believe in something that I know. I bet you didn't expect that answer. Soylent. Look up Soylent, the sheer song. Oh, hold on. See you got to ask the right questions. I'm gonna look up Soylent. What is that? Soylent. Soylent. Brand of meal replacement products by Rosa Foods. Soylent was introduced in 2014 after a crowdfunding campaign. Mm, Refrigerator. Ooh, that sounds like meat. Let me read the side effects. Excessive gas, bloating. People have claimed that the lack of insoluble fiber in Soylent was significantly reduced the frequency of their bowel movements. So they got constipated. That sounds nasty. Oh, well. Um, Soylent Green movie. Yeah. Love make people do some crazy stuff. No, that ain't love, that's obsession. I think, and I talk about this on my other channel, I think people don't even realize that they're misusing the word love. Lust and control and lust, control, and there's another word I'm looking for. Uh, possessiveness make people do crazy things. Um, so what is love, y'all? My definition of love is a frequency. How you feel about a certain person. Would you die for that person? Would you sacrifice your life for that person to live? Would you make yourself unhappy so that person could be happy? Would you teach that person everything you knew so that they could know what you know? Would you wouldn't want to manipulate them in any way. You would want them to know what you knew so that they could, um, prosper and have the good things. You would push them to their highest level, or you would allow them to find their happiness, even if it wasn't something you wanted at all. That's love. That means unconditional. That means there are no conditions on that love. So no one really loves anyone, mostly but their children or themselves. So love is probably more geared towards children, animals, and self. Okay. Because the love between man and woman is conditional. So it can't be love. It can grow into love as you get old, but it can't be that for in the beginning. It can't be that in the beginning. It has to be that in the end or, towards the later years. Um, so yeah. So it's like, you know, loving what you say is love, your soulmate, your twin flame, that's not accurate. Right. What are your thoughts about Aaron Rand and their thoughts on love and the fountainhead? I don't even know what that is. I'm sure it's inappropriate. Um, so mhm, that's I don't know. Needed to hear that, yes. So, I think most people society feeds you what they want you to know. It's not the truth. So, most of the definitions or the thoughts that we have on everyday common things that are so important are all reversed and backwards. And the only way to really figure them out is to ask the correct questions and sit down and think about it before just saying something. Because if you realize that everything you were taught is mostly reversed and you sit down and analyze it and put it back towards yourself and back within, then you get the truth. It's like looking in a mirror. It's like looking in the mirror. So you got to do that. Um, hmm, sure. What are your thoughts on being vegan for so long? I think it is a cleanse. Oh, I keep telling y'all this, but y'all won't listen. So I'm gonna say it one more time. One more time. If you were going into outer space and the radiation was extremely high, would you pile up on meat or would you take it out of your diet? Timing is everything. I know what time it is. So, if the radiation and the heat in the planet are rising on a higher frequency, and I add certain things to my diet, that will result in radiation being turned into something even worse, like a cancer cell, or lowering my frequency, then I'm not going to put it in my body at this time. You know, once upon a time when the vibrations and the radiations were not as high on the planet, meat's fine. Okay, this is the difference between people knowing what time it is and just following a diet. So I know what time it is. I'm not gonna eat meat when I'm being blasted with radiation. That don't make no sense. Okay. Radiation from the sun, radiation from 5G towers, radiation from um, radiated cows with cancer. I'm not gonna eat that because they cut it off and throw it out and feed you the rest of it. I'm not gonna eat clone meat. So I know what time it is. I'm not going to eat it. Um, and it's nothing against meat eaters. They don't know what time it is. Some people don't know what time it is, and some people know exactly what time it is. You're not going to um, do something at the wrong time. Timing is everything. So if this is a cleanse, this is my cleanse for the time being until further notice, until the meat, because they're going to totally take meat away. There ain't gonna be no meat unless it's clone meat. So why do you think they're pushing out all this beyond meat, all this impossible burger, all this plant based? Because there's not going to be meat soon. There's not going to be farms and cows because they're going to drop dead from the radiation. They can't cut the cancer out forever. Okay. So when the cows start growing large cancerous tumors that can't be cut out of your steak anymore, then what you gonna eat? You see what I'm saying? So I know what time it is. I'm not vegan because or plant based because I'm following a trend. I just know what time. Even my cat won't eat wet cat food anymore. Listen to the kitties. They won't eat that wet food. Okay. They might taste it, but they won't finish it. They'll be like, mm-mm. They sense something is wrong. Cats can taste the cancer in food, or they can taste when something is wrong. They have a really good sense of taste and smell. They can smell something is off. Your dog won't eat red meat. Your cat won't eat that food either. See, if the animals don't eat it, you know something wrong with it. But people don't really tap into certain things, and they don't understand it on a certain level, so they follow it as a diet instead of a um, understanding of why something is at this certain time, why something is at this certain time. If you read the Bible, there are parts of it where people were not supposed to eat animals, and then parts where they said they can eat animals. Now, why? In the Bible, would they tell you not to eat animals at a certain time? and then to eat animals again because it's a certain time that you're not supposed to do that. In the time of Noah, they told him not to eat them animals. And the great flood was not really water, it was a flood of radiation from the sun, you know. So it was a flood of light, it was a flood of energy. It was a flood of all these things that was coming into the world. And some people were not able to survive that flood because of what they were doing and how they were living and their frequencies. So if you pay close attention to a lot of things, there's a time for this and a time for that. And right now, it's not time to eat certain things. Hmm. My cat, your, your cat be saying that? Your cat talks? um, your dog will eat anything. Yep. My cat has been throwing up his wet food, but his brother comes and eats it. Ugh. What color cat is that? Which one throws up? That's nasty. I'm trying to test a theory. Um, so someone said go alkaline. That's true, but if you're going alkaline and then you eat cancer cow meat. So hopefully that alkaline will help you. Hmm. It's about balancing. If you can balance the cancer cow meat with alkaline water, hey, there's a way. There's a way to do anything, but I'm not gonna do it. What do I feed Velvet? Dry food. Hmm. You tried going vegan? You got to do it the right way. A lot of people do it wrong. That's why they can't do it because if you don't get the proper nutritions, minerals, because I take my elixirs and there's minerals in that automatically. You don't take the right and drink the right amount of water, and you don't take the proper supplements, then you're not going to get it in the foods that you're not eating, or whatever, whatever. But if you know exactly what foods to eat and what supplements to take, you'll be fine. Because I'm not. I've been vegan since March. I ain't dead. So it just depends on how you supplement as well. So, what's the best advice you have ever given? Know thyself. Know thyself. I can't look. I think people know personally because everybody is different. You're correct. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. If your if your frequency and your spirit, your mind and soul is telling you a certain thing, listen to it. Okay. Mhm. I don't drink alcohol. I quit alcohol last year after New Year's. That was my last. I had one glass of champagne, not even the whole glass, and I was done. Um, that's kind of when I started first taking those elixirs, or like around around the couple of months, and the elixirs make you not want to drink anymore. Well, they make me not want to drink anymore, or anything like that. So, hmm, so does radiation go into the plant? Yes. but it's not bad for the plant because the plant converts it into energy. And so, I mean, so do certain people, but the cow don't, the chicken don't. You know what I'm saying? The chicken can't convert that. The cow can't convert it. So then you have infected cow meat. Right. Oh, your soul told you to put the meat down. Okay. Anything to help with nicotine withdrawal. Um, well, I know somebody told me that they stopped smoking once they started taking the elixirs. So I don't know. I just say if you want to quit smoking, replace the cigarette with something else because sometimes it's not the nicotine, it's the hand to mouth habit. So like a bottle of water, because you're still doing this with maybe a straw, because you still have that sensation, you know. Um, you used to be vegan, but you ate too many carbs. That is a problem. That's why you got to limit your calorie intake at the same time. Mhm. How often do you take the elixir? Daily. The instructions come with it. Yeah. Do I feel plain paper is better than lined paper for spells? I don't think it matters, but whatever one you think is better because it's about how you feel about it. It's about how you vibrate and how your frequency feels about it. So ask yourself that, and that's what the answer is, you know? If real chickens were no longer being harvested and it was actually grown in a lab, would that take away the negative frequency that is normally associated with housing and killing chickens? That's a good question, and it's funny too. So no chickens died in this Popeye's chicken sandwich, right? No chickens were harmed in the making of this chicken sandwich. No chickens. So if you say that, then if they cloned human meat, would you eat it too? Because no humans died. You know, the crazy rich people that don't have nothing else to do and they want to experience something new. You gonna eat some human meat too? Because no humans died. Let's see. I have a taste for something special today. Garcon, bring me some of that human clone meat. Oh, don't worry, no one died. It's just stem cells. So, there's certain things where your ethics and values with killing a chicken versus genetically modifying the chicken's stem cells to eat it. Then you can cross over right into human and elephant and cow. Well, we already eat cow. Giraffe. Ooh, with that giraffe meat, with that, you know, we want to taste every animal. We're gonna open a restaurant called a zoo. Then, okay, so that's how I feel about that. Um, no chickens was harmed in the making of this chicken sandwich. The paradox. I think since no chickens were harmed, I don't think uh, it's going to carry a frequency of murder, but it does carry the frequency of creating clone meat to eat. Why must you eat the meat? That's the question. Is there an addiction there? Right. Like a long, long time ago, in the old days, people did not eat meat like that, like they do today. Everybody had their own cow, a couple chickens to make some eggs, and maybe like a pig to slaughter for the holiday. But they didn't eat meat all the time. They would make like stews, soups, big old pot of beans, potatoes. They didn't just sit up there and eat giant, hunks of meat in every meal. They would hunt and whatever they caught, that's what they would get. But they would actually have to go out and get the food or grow the food, raise the food. They wouldn't have it for every meal. They would take little pieces and sprinkle it in some soup. And that was the meat that you have for the day. Or they stick a bone in it with some stuff hanging off of it, and that was what you got for the day. So it's not like it is now. Just purchase an elixir. I need this glow up to hurry up. Oh, thank you, Khadijah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, now that there were like massive farms and ranches and, companies that made, Tyson chickens and like mass production and things like that, then people started eating more and more meat. That's why cancer was on the rise as industry was on the rise because, you know, of the large intake of meat. So I say if you do eat meat, it should be way less, if any, like maybe once a day in a small amount. hmm So, yeah. But see, I don't get too deep into it. I just not gonna eat it right now. That's it. Do I still have phase one elixirs? It should be up there. Do I need to add more? Oh, hold on. So reindeer. Mhm. Yeah, there's still elixirs left. Phase one. Um, and I'm not one of those people that say, "Oh, you need to go vegan." I don't care what you eat. I'm focused on self. I'm doing this for me. So I'm not one of those advocates. I don't care. I don't care enough to worry about what you put in your mouth. I'm just telling you what I do and why I do it. Because y'all asked me. Um, how old was I when I started my spiritual journey? Out the womb? I was born. But I really didn't start researching it like in books and things until I was in fifth grade. So um yes, fifth grade I started reading books on topics and things like that. No matter where you get your chicken, they're all fed the same pellet. That's funny. Um, but anyway, naturally, sure. What is this about Kanye West, the Tin Man symbolism? I don't think he was the Tin Man. I think he was representing the frequency of like I said, like in enlightenment or um, being illuminated, illuminated, illuminated beings. That's what it was. Um, so that was the reason. The moon energy, the illumination, the reflection of the sun, the image of the sun, the a lot of stuff. A sheer star goddess. I feed my cat chicken byproducts, and after I transmute it into, I have the runs the next day. That sounds like a whole bad experiment gone wrong. Mhm. Beans hard to cook. How beans hard to cook? All you do is put them in some boiling water after you soak them, or you can get frozen beans. The Tin Man character. Yeah, I was watching The Wiz, and the Tin Man he did oil. You know what that oil is, right? He needed that anointing on the Wiz. He needed that anointing from an oil can. Um, Vegans don't consume anything that is made up of animals, no shampoo. Yeah, I use it as a in a diet sense. So the real diehard vegans will probably say that I'm plant based. Yes, because I would say that I'm plant based, but I say vegan because people just understand that means I don't eat dairy or meat. But in a sense, I just have to say I'm plant based because I still have leather car seats, leather belts, and stuff like that, leather purses, and all that. Um, mm-hmm. Satara. Mm-hmm. That's right. So, what do I eat for breakfast? Well, this morning Sasha made me again some. They sell like vegan frozen waffles with. They have vegan whipped cream now. It's made out of almond milk with strawberries. Uh, Yesterday I had a granola bar for breakfast and coffee. This afternoon I had a Beyond Meat burrito from Freebirds. If I didn't eat the Beyond Meat, I would just got guacamole and black beans in it. And that's all I ate. I'm full. Shoot. Um, Glue stick. Yeah, I've heard Jaden Smith's music. It is full of code for real. Um, Eat to live, don't live to eat. That's right. Free birds popping. Yep. And Freebirds, they mix the Beyond Meat with sautéed or roasted potatoes or something. So you get uh, it's like a mixture. So you get that bulk, or you can just get black beans if you don't want the Beyond Meat. I just tried it because I never had it in the burrito. Mm. Do I drink green tea? I drank some green tea yesterday. Yes, I sure did. Um, Freebirds is like a Uberitos or like a Mission Burritos or something like that. You made vegan whipped cream from chickpea juice? Wow, that's talent for real. We made vegan fettuccine sauce. I mean, we made vegan Alfredo sauce. Mhm. It was an experiment, but it came out good. Um, so, you know, I think a lot of people's diets are also going to change in 2020. How long have I been on here? I need to go. I think a lot of people's diet is also going to change in 2020 because of this energy coming in. Um, See what a lot of this energy does. Hey, James, I'm live. It makes you be able to tap into something else, and then you want to change certain things, or you don't, or you want to keep certain things the same, or you want to try something new, or you feel like it's better for your health, or it makes you feel a certain way. So you do it, you try it. If it works, you stick to it. If it don't work, you don't stick to it. So it's kind of like a little getting to know yourself and trial and error. Because like a lot of people said, oh, they tried to do this and they didn't like it, so they switched back. And then a lot of people said, I tried it and it worked and I'll never go back. So you have a lot of people just trying things that they've never tried before, doing things just to see how they respond to it. And it's also having a more open mind. It's also opening your mind up to new things, whether you like them or not. It just opening your mind to try new things, to hear other sides of the story, to experience something different than what you know. So it's also a gateway into understanding certain things by putting yourself in that situation and seeing for yourself instead of just assuming or judging. So you're taking yourself and you're putting yourself in a place of actually experiencing something before you just judge it, and also feeling the results of it or not feeling the results. Um, you need that vegan Alfredo sauce. I'm working on it. Yep. We used almond milk, that shredded mozzarella, uh, vegan cheese. We made a slurry. That's what the chefs call a mixture of flour and water, or flour and almond milk. You make a slurry. It's like a paste, and then you whisk it or whip it into the almond milk, and we put vegan butter in it too. And you whip it or whisk it into the saucepan with the vegan almond milk and butter. Then you season it with like salt, pepper, and but first, before you do all of that, you need to saute some minced garlic with some olive oil in a pot, because the Alfredo taste needs to have like a garlicky thing to it as well, and some cheese. So then put all the ingredients on top of the sauteed olive oil and garlic, which would be the almond milk, added in with the slurry and the seasoning, and then the cheese will melt, and you have to keep constantly whisking it. and that flour slurry will thicken up your sauce. Okay, and if you want to add some nutritional yeast to it as well, you can. But I didn't. But it came out good, and we ended up mixing it with marinara sauce, making it a creamy basil marinara sauce. It was good. You said I'd be cooking. Well, I'm teaching Layla how to cook because she wants to learn. So her favorite sauce was Alfredo sauce, and so they have vegan Alfredo sauce in the store, but we didn't buy any that week. So we tried to make it from scratch. So we did. I'm a trained chef. I know how to cook. I just don't cook all the time. I'm a trained chef. I have a degree in culinary arts. Mhm. You welcome, girl. You welcome. You can always I could cook anything, but I don't. Um, but when I have to, I know how to do it. It's like I never missed it at all. Like I never skipped a step. It's like riding a bike. You just get in, get in the kitchen, and just go right back. Yeah. Hmm. Can you talk about love spells? Hot sauce. I told you about love spells. They don't work if you're not capable of love.
You're still on for
Yeah, you can come on in. Come on, Sasha.
How long have you been off here?
Too long. I'm about to get off.
Okay.
I love your shirt. Show them your show them. Sit down. Oh, sorry.
No.
Okay, she don't want to show y'all. It's
Jean
cute.
pants.
She has on genie pants. It's like a cute UFO abducting a cat
Jean pants.
on her shirt.
Jean pants.
I get my groceries delivered. Yep, I sure do. I hate the grocery store. Sometimes I'll go.
Okay, mommy.
Sometimes I'll.
Thank you.
Very
guys.
rarely.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like. And we're about
Go
to
ahead. Tell them to subscribe, like.
make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure.
No, they got to understand it.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Press that notification bell. What?
Go ahead, Sasha.
Stay tuned for more videos.
Stay tuned for more videos. Okay, I have to say bye too. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, Melanie says have a wonderful evening. Sasha said we need to go. Yeah, I've been on here too long. So thank y'all for watching. Have a good night and thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Bye.